Hey guys, Drifter here. Just thought I'd do a little intro for my stream today. I am not streaming from home. I'm actually at Treyarch headquarters right now, sitting down, getting ready to play Black Ops 3 with Matt Forte and Todd Gurley, but I'm not the only guest there today. We have Hike, TypicalGamer, several pros, all the devs are there, Puckett, Shoutcasting. This stream is being restreamed from the official Call of Duty stream, and I am not the guest of honor. I am not the main focus. I'm just one of many people. That being said, Puckett Shoutcasting, or Codcasting, however you want to call it. So my gameplay will be there. I'll be there. You're going to see me in the background. You might see me on mic a little bit, and you're going to get to see me playing, but I'm not going to be hosting my stream and talking to you guys directly as usual. And if you're wondering who's running this from home, that's my beautiful wife, Jessica, and just wanted to go ahead and throw this little outro out there. So without further ado, let's kick it over to Black Ops 3 with pro NFL players.
Peggy 18.
Hey everyone, I'm John Raffis. We're coming to you from Treyarch. To everybody joining us live in the in-game viewer on PS4, everyone joining us on Twitch and YouTube, welcome to the studio. Live without a net, what could go wrong? As you know, tomorrow marks the launch of our second DLC offering from the studio, Eclipse. We've got 4 new maps and a new zombies experience coming your way, and to celebrate that, we've got something special in store today. And to get us into the action, we brought our friend Chris Puckett with us. Chris, welcome to the studio.
Thanks, man. It's great here. Can't wait to get this one going. We got some fun set up for us.
Well, I'm going to let you get into all of it, introduce you to a cast of characters. Here's the ceremonial torch. Get to it.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys, I'm Puckett. I'm going to be bringing you the commentary with my good buddy Vonderhaar. But before we get to that, we got to tell you who's playing. First, the new LA Ram. We got Todd Gurley, and he is going to be playing with some studs right here. Tell me a little bit about this team. We got TG, we got Drifter, we got Attached, world champions. How confident are you in this squad, Todd?
I'm real confident, you know. Like I said earlier, we're just going to come home with the win.
Gonna make it happen. Feeling pretty good. Now, you did some warm-ups. Tell me a little bit about your play style today. You're going to be that post-up AR? You're going to be rushing in on them? What can we expect?
Definitely rushing in on them. Attack mode. I'm going to be attacking Matt all day. So, you know, be ready for that for sure.
Speaking of rushes, of course, running back here, running back over here. We got Mr. Forte. And for Team Forte, we got Hike, one of the top YouTubers. You see him on the live streams as well on his YouTube channel. We got Accuracy and, of course, the 2013 world champion, Parasite. So we got a world champ on each side. Forte, tell me a little bit about this squad.
Oh, man, we got a world champion, like we just said. We got professional gamers here, and they're gonna be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but we're confident. They didn't really sound that confident. It was kind of like, yeah, we're gonna get a win, but I'm confident in my squad. We're gonna get a win. They already told us what they're gonna do, so I'm gonna sit back and we're gonna handle them.
Now, of course, you are going to be playing professionally football on the East Coast. We got West Coast over here, but you're playing with a bunch of California kids. You cool with that?
Yeah. I mean, it's good. This is my team. It's not an East Coast West Coast rivalry anymore.
It's all one.
It's us versus them.
And on a 1 to 10 scale, how would you rate Todd's game right now?
It don't have a number. It's
Don't do him like that.
negatives. Is they?
Todd, where's Forte at?
We're gonna see after the game.
He's such a nice guy. All right, fellas, I'm going to let you take your seats. We got the thrones up here. Players, I know you got your controllers already set up over here. In the meantime, we're going to take a look at Spire. It is going to be the first of 4 maps, 4 brand new maps that we're showing you here from DLC Eclipse.
Controllers on.
You need pictures, right? No, that's fine. I can hear you guys still, from outside the headset. I can hear you. Yeah, okay. We're good then? No, I can hear you inside. Oh, okay.
Hello? Oh, I'm 14.
Yeah, I thought I was.
Close the door.
So did I.
I'm not running it. I'm just
right now.
This is Michael's guys.
That's good, yeah.
Hey, every time you see Conquistador, that's me.
I'm gonna
leave.
alright, you guys know that. That's fine.
Conquistador. And you're the one got Gurley right there. Killer.
Don't choke.
Squad up.
All right, guys, we are here. I got Vaughn. Vaughn, we're pinging in here. It's casual, it's comfortable, and we're about to see some awesome action today. You got DLC set up here. This is the second one.
Did you really forget to turn off your phone?
No, I kept it on purpose. Everyone knows that I always keep my phone ready to go. All right, but tell me a little bit about this. New DLC is dropping tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We get a sneak peek at it today. What are some of the things people should be excited about?
So, look, DLC 2 Eclipse, as the DLC season goes on, we're always looking to try and push into some areas that we haven't tried before. You're going to find a little bit of experimentation in this pack as the players play. Kind of the key things to look out for today is watch where objectives are placed. Look at how some places you can only access via wall run and thrust jumping. That's something we wouldn't normally do. The elevation in that scenario is a lot of fun. You're going to see some really good, what we call jousting, when 2 wall running players go head to head. So that's kind of the core instinctual thing that you're going to find as we go across these 4 maps in Eclipse today.
I like it. So some new movement challenges out there. We'll see how the pros are able to take advantage of it.
Both long and short range on those 2, which you usually are trying to constrain that battle, but now we're going to open that up and stretch it a little bit. So let's see how these SMG fans like to adapt to some longer range battles.
Now we got some great SMGs in the house. Of course, Attach, you saw him playing with Denial, winning the World Championship now, member of FaZe in the CWL. He's my SMG to look out for Team Gurley.
I heard he's pretty good.
On the other side, I saw Hike and Accuracy doing some work with the SMGs.
Hike could not wait to brag about how well he was doing to the pro players. I'm just saying.
So it's going to be fun today. Now we're starting off. Our first map is going to be Spire.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about this before we get into the first game.
Very high level, big picture as we look at this map here. This is a future-ish, suborbital kind of airport where you might go, kind of take a ride in a low Earth orbit. It's way up in the sky, right? So there's a good variety in this map in particular. It's a pretty expansive map. The lanes are a little bit wider, a little bit longer, so we'll see some of that long-range engagement. It's got some of that experimental wall running and double jumping that I'm talking to you about. And what I think you're going to see sort of in the middle, you're going to see real team effort required to choke that area down and hold it down.
Okay.
Won't expose as well in, say, TDM that we're going to play right now compared to, say, Dom, but the players at home, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Very intense kind of thing with, limited exposed experimental access to where the objectives would be. So as we play, I'll point some of those things out.
Now, I got to ask the noob question here, and feel free to not answer it, but who comes up with the map names?
Yeah, so, man, it's actually quite intense. So internally, this map is actually called MP Aerospace, and it's actually, all the maps go through this kind of rigorous process. The map designers usually get the first crack at naming them, but there is a long and painful process involved, whether they can actually stay that name. There's a whole legal process, of course. There's a whole problem of trying to figure out if the name's been used before, and even in our own set of Call of Duty franchise, with its long history, a lot of names have been used.
There's a lot of maps.
Yeah, so what you get really is sort of the best that comes out of that. And, if I accidentally refer to it by its wrong name today, that's the Devon.
Vaughn doesn't make mistakes, guys. All right, it is time to get into game number 1. I get to be the host today, and we're going to be starting this one off. We're going to Spire. It's team deathmatch now. We've mixed it up a little bit. We're going to be playing to 100 today, right?
That's good. We can do 100.
10
These guys
minutes.
are all pro. It's going to go quick.
Going to 100.
Yeah.
And I got to ask you, we got Forte.
Yeah.
We got Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Who do you want to watch out of these two?
Okay, so can we start off with Todd? Being in LA, the entire time I've been in LA, we've not had our own team, so that's a big deal for us. I'm on that waiting list, trying to get my tickets, going to get my Todd jersey, and so I'd like to see what he's got. Let's start off with Team Todd and see what they're made of today. I think Team Deathmatch is a good way to start off if you're not familiar with these maps, by the way. It's just like the all-encompassing mode of choice.
And it'll be exciting to see what the players decide to go with here. Let me find Todd. Todd is going to be playing as Killer One. But we got him in the clan tag now. You can see the girl, and he's going to be working with TG. They're making their way off the left. And it looks like Todd is going to be cutting inside. His teammate was dropped, so he knows there's going to be a little bit of opposition. And this is going to be the first major gunfight we see here. A little bit long range here.
Long range, and Todd's a little high, but he'll adjust. He's got the red dot, and I like to pull out an ACOG on this map personally, but I get it. Like, you know what you know, and you're familiar with what you're familiar with. And I think Todd's got a good shot if he hangs with this crew, but right now he's got to settle in.
Now we're going over to accuracy here, guys, and if you've ever watched him playing at the pro level, you know this guy has one of the best ARs already, earning that psychosis, and he's going to be pushing up top. He's just going to try and hold down the high ground up here, and you see on the mini-map, no one really challenging yet, but he will have an opportunity to pick up 2 kills here unless his teammate goes to work first, and that is Forte in the kill feed. This is pretty one-sided so far. You see the score. Really, it's been a dominant performance up to this point, and you can see it's all happening from accuracy.
Let's put that team panel back up there so that everybody at home can kind of see what's going on with the score panel, and the 15-8 right now already. So it's I hope this isn't a sheer indication of what's going to happen all day long.
Hike is getting up close and personal. While accuracy is locking down the top, you can see Hike and Parasite are able to just push up. And they are now steamrolling. Hike on a 4 streak here, leading his team at 6-1. You got accuracy also there at 7-2, but these guys are starting to pull away with it. If you're looking over at Team Gurley, what can Attach and the boys do to come back in this one?
Look, what I see is the clear distinction in play styles between someone who plays kind of for fun, someone who plays at the pro level, and someone who plays for clips, right? So what we got to do is put all 4 of these players, they'll just regroup in between games. They'll figure out what they want to do. And if I'm them, I'm trying to figure out how to stay together and kind of benefit from each other and not spread quite as much right now.
Out come the score streaks. That HCXC did nothing. And Attach is going to work, picks up 2. And, of course, he's going to be working on some streaks of his own now. Attach working with the UAV, counter UAV, a little turret action here. We'll see if he's able to lock it down, connect, fully pop.
Fully popped and holding for a while. It's I think a reasonable use in a TDM situation. I want to see Attach just go off, though. I'm not expecting 10-5. I'm expecting 40-2 right here. So let's see what.
From Attach over to his teammate, we got TG playing under Striker.
Oh, look at this game's coming.
And he's got Drifter in front of him. Drifter going for this wall run. First time we're seeing the outside of this level.
There you go. So he took the inside route. So if he flips here, you'll see you can actually get to the cut into the inside of the map here. Let's see if he goes to the center, it cuts on the inside here. This is what I'm talking about. You can actually cut to the inside of the map or go around on the outside.
Oh, I love that.
And that's the curve wall run stuff that I was telling you about at the start of the show. You can really kind of navigate the map and come back to the center that way.
Honestly, I feel like you don't even need to touch the ground if you go outside. You can wall run all over the place, and you see TG making use of that movement. There it is, 3 straight kills, shuts down the Annihilator as well, pops the Psychosis, and he is going to find 3 players on the other side of this wall, tries to escape, not going to happen, but he brought his team right back in it. It was a 12-point difference, now cut down to 3. Nice comeback from Attach and TG.
You can't, you give them credit, right? You settle in, right? You just on the map for the first time. These guys barely had a chance to even preview before we put the controller in their hand, and I'm already pleased with the team makeup right now.
I have to say, just looking at Spire here, one of my favorite parts of it is the color scheme.
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice light map. Blues and reds can tell you which half of the map you're on. Seems pretty easy to navigate as well, and a whole lot of options with the different routes you can take. As we pull up the mini-map here, tell me, when we look at the different game modes, where are really the key choke points?
Yeah, so what you'll see sort of in the middle top there's actually I think it's a dom point up there, a hard point up there, a search and destroy point up there, actually not a dom point. That's what I'm talking about, where there's a completely exposed platform that normally, not connected to anything, requires a thrust jump or a wall run to get to, and there's an objective out there. I mentioned the map colors. So, the clean kind of environments, I think the best part about them for us is that it really creates player visibility. You can see the enemies fairly well against the environment. They're not blending out. But this pack in particular, Chris, when we get through all 4 of these maps today, you'll see there's actually probably the largest variety of environmental looks across 4 maps in this particular pack.
Now, we just saw Forte and Accuracy get dropped there. A little run from TG and the rest of Team Gurley. And this is totally just turned in favor of Team Gurley. They have total dominance on the map. Accuracy trying to bring his squad back as he's fighting for control of this outside. And at the beginning of the game, we saw everyone just pushing to the center of the map. Now they're starting to explore the perimeter. And it's interesting to see the different sight lines that are set up as you rotate around.
I like to circle on the outside. The end is extremely dangerous. We knew that that'd be the case when the map was in development. I don't think anyone would expect us to make the center terribly easy to deal with. But in this case, because of the cut-in from the outside, and you can get dropped and surprised on. What this player's in, Dominator, ACC, he's in what we call power position. So we try to build these into the maps. You're going to see a couple of them opposing and otherwise sort of good overwatches. It's a thing that we think just sort of puts some power in the map, gives a player a position to post up, take inventory, that kind of thing. It's very deliberate.
Accuracy continuing to go to work here with that Man of War. And he is going to find 2 more players. Striker's going to shut him down. That's TG. And TG and Drifter stepping up their game. We haven't shown a whole lot of Drifter, and let's go over to the man. We'll stay on board with him through the respawn. Just had a launcher in hand.
Yeah, Drifter. Obviously, I've known Drifter a long time. It's we tease each other a lot on the internet.
Foregrip?
Yeah, it's not. It's foregrip. It doesn't do anything, right? No. I think it's fun. It's I could use some pro NFL players on my team.
Who's the best in the office, Vaughn?
Oh man, the absolute spiked. Yeah, nice. 1 kill. I don't know. That sounds like something I would do. Just waste them on 1 kill.
Hey, I mean,
That's
there's
Todd, though, right?
only 4 people to kill here in this competitive
I know.
game,
If you're Todd, you literally can't find anybody to shoot.
And he is just going to be roaming to the top of the map. We're going to switch it up, though. It seems like a lot of the action's happening in the bottom of the map. Let's take it over back on board with Forte. As you take a look at the scoreboard on the right side, Attach has hit the 40 bomb.
That's what you'd expect to see. We're not going to get to 100. We're gonna see a game that ends at 90 right here. Let's go.
50 seconds left, Attach, and Vaughn just said you can't get to 100. You better start running, boy. And here he is picking up number 41. Will be cut down. Gurley's going to pick up a kill there. Nice headshot finish. And Drifter calling it out. Somebody just saved my life. It was Todd who had his back.
That's such a good teammate.
Todd going to get swarmed there. We take it over to Drifter as all of his teammates are down for the moment. 89-84, 23 seconds for the comeback from Team Forte. Can Parasite and the boys turn it around?
Yeah, we need Parasite's help right here to close this gap up with 15 seconds left to go. But a much tighter match than I was expecting considering how it started.
I'm going to take full credit for that one. I set the teams, and I got real lucky with the draw here. It seems to be a great first match. Parasite brings it within 3. And you hear the call out, everybody hide from Drifter. The cowards hide, but they get the win, 92-89.
Nicely done, guys.
Wow, what a job there in game number 1. We got to go talk to our winners here. Let's take it to our captain. Todd, talk with me, my friend. What do you think of that first game? You have fun?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. You know, like it goes at the beginning. Like I said, you know, talk is cheap. You know, we're not going to really talk too much.
Now, first quarter, you were down. It was like 23-10. Who started going off for your squad?
I mean, as you can see, you know, Attach, TG, all those guys did a great job, and, you know, I tried to do the best I could.
Now, speaking of your numbers versus Matt's numbers over here, you doubled his kills. Are you twice as good as he is?
You know, numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie.
It's all facts. Matt, how do you feel about your performance, my friend?
Subpar, yeah. Yeah, disappointed in myself, yeah.
We're just warming up, though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Now, you were using a brand new gun. Hike gave it to you last second. Do you like this gun, or are you going back to the one you were practicing with earlier?
I do like it, not for that board, though. Yeah, I had to get used to that because, you know, everybody's running around a lot. I needed to, I guess, run around a little bit, too.
Down 0-1 on the hole. You bringing it back next game?
What else is there to do?
It's a great answer. All right, we're going to let these guys sort it out. We're going to be bringing up the next map. We're going to Rift, and it's going to be on Hardpoint. I'm heading over to talk with Vaughn, but let's take a look at this map.
Can you help me?
Yes.
One side.
And you know what? We're going to talk about it. All right,
The
so
mics are on.
mics are live, guys. We're hot. I love it here.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are developing games here, but you also have a studio for us to come play. I love this.
This is fun. This is what we call the multimedia room. It's all purpose. We do all sorts of good things in here. I like the 4K setups that are happening, and we come in here and participate. You know, do reviews on the big TV, and in general, It's like besides my office,
Besides your office?
which is like my domain, you know, then this is my favorite place for sure.
You should make this your office. This
Yeah.
would definitely be my house. All right, we're going into the second game.
All right.
I've started it up.
Rift Hardpoint.
We're going into it. Tell me a little bit about Rift as the map's loading up. What are we going to be looking at here?
So Rift's got really this super straightforward design that I think people are going to resonate with pretty strongly. It's like not hard to get your mind around at all. With Rift. It's a mining station. It's kind of hovering and suspended over an active volcano. They're picking up some rare earth elements right there. And this map is unapologetically base, right? It is a base in your face. It is very much like, here we are, we're in a mining facility. Let's make no apologies for it. It looks like one, it smells like one, it feels like one, it plays like one. And it's really heavy on the head-to-head, really heavy on the choke points, which I think is going to be pretty interesting in a map, in a hard point, where none of the players know the rotation. And then we did a lot of work on the center line here, where the players are entering in right now that we're spectating, to sort of make sure that that flows really well. You're not pixel hunting on people. And again, more experimentation on with the curved surfaces and the wall runs.
Now, this is totally different feel and look than what we just saw from Spire, where we used to have nice, clean white. This is a little rustic, a little dirty. Active volcano, it explains it all.
Yeah, what happens when you're standing above a volcano, right? So it's going to be, we'll see probably a lot of people falling.
And guys, if you are just tuning into the stream, welcome. This, of course, is DLC 2 for Black Ops 3. We got Eclipse. We're showing off all 4 of the new maps. We just showed you Spire. This is a look at Rift. And we're going to be playing Hardpoint. First game was Team Deathmatch here in Hardpoint. It's going to be all about controlling that hill. And you're going to see already it was Accuracy and Parasite both go down, but Hike able to battle back here for Team Forte. They have the early lead once again. But this is something that we saw in the first game, but turn around pretty quickly.
Doesn't mean a thing, really, as we established in the first game. And we're going to see pretty much a pretty good contested battle, I think. The team picks you did. You're such a pro, Puckett. I've missed you.
I missed you too, Vaughn. It's good to be here, buddy. Of course, Hike is going to be the first one to earn some score streaks for his squad. Not only did he get the UAV, he also threw out that counter UAV. So his opposition is going to be flying blind for a minute. I want to go over, though. Let's hop on board with Team Gurley. And look how TG is trying to deal with these score streaks. He is using his KN-44 to shoot the sky, trying to take out the birds above.
Do you think that strategy will work?
Honestly, he's 5-1, so he's not doing any objective, but he is helping out the squad a bit. While we have TG hiding, we see Gurley charging in, Attached trying to back him up, but already they're getting doubled up on by the opposition.
You know, this is a team game, so this will be the proof about which team's going to have it together right now. Chris, I wanted to talk to you just a few minutes about some of the stuff that's coming out this morning that people probably right now downloading Update 9. Update 9 is the update that will provide support for this particular DLC.
Okay.
But there was a lot of gameplay stuff in it. So while we're watching, I just thought I'd let players know at home, the patch notes are up and running. We linked them out from social media. You can find them on support.activision.com. And there's a lot of gameplay stuff, particularly for pro players and all the competitive folks that we hang with. This is a lot of gameplay stuff that you want to be up to speed with at the start of Season 2 right now. Tremendous work on specialist tuning that you're going to find out about, both buffs and nerfs for almost every specialist in the occasion.
Are there
earn rates.
any big buffs that people should be looking out for?
I think people need to pay particularly attention to submachine guns and assault rifle work, so things like the CUDA and the VMP you know, have gotten some reduced, some what fans would call nerfs, reducing one-hit kill ranges in hardcore, aligning bonuses better on laser sights, reducing the ADS movement, and then with the VMP, reducing ASD movement and no longer losing sprint speed when firing, while buffing others, you know, a little bit. So Weevils and Vespers. I mean, there wasn't really a gun that didn't get looked at pretty carefully in this particular round of updates for players. You know, the meta changes over time. As the player base matures, they learn different things about weapons and how to use them. And with that changes, we need to do things too. So take a look, guys. Hit the patch notes up. Read about all that directly. Hit me up on Twitter with your feedback. I'm sure you will.
You're already doing it.
And then let me know what you guys are thinking. I mean, I know some people want us to leave the guns alone. I get it. I understand why you might want us to leave the guns alone. Not going to do it. I think it's really important to keep the game fresh and updated and keep moving forward. keep constantly pushing.
I love that you're going to hold strong on that one. And we've already seen some major changes. Everyone was running the Vesper when it first came out. Now the VMP. And I like that you're continuing to look at the guns and trying to get a balance across the whole genre. Now, talk to me a little bit about Stryker's KN-44. What's your personal opinion on this assault rifle choice?
Well, at 9 and 6, I'm not sure that he deserves to have this gun at all, and maybe we need to give him something a little easier to use.
TG, we'll get you an MA. It seems to be working for
maybe
attach.
Maybe you just stay with the shotguns or something. I don't know if this is your thing.
He's got dead silence on and blast suppressor, but he's not moving.
If you're not double digits by the 8-minute mark, you shouldn't maybe just go home and practice.
I'll be honest, TG, he talked to me a little bit before we got started. He's like, I got something special. If you looked at his score streaks, he's going for a mothership.
Is he going for a mothership?
Yeah,
oh, I miss it.
And that's why he's been so shy. But he's not even getting close to the rate.
Okay, bad news. You can't be shy and earn a mothership. That's the thing. The camping for streaks is never going to work.
Oh!
Whoa, what was that?
Yeah, they fell off the map together, but he gets the kill on the way down. All right, TG.
That's a bad way to die.
Going over to the other side, the person who went down with them is
that's
Hike.
A team player right there shooting down some, was that counter UAV? Yeah.
Yeah, and Hike mentioned, he's like, everyone else is going to be focused on getting the kills. I'm going to be that support guy. I'm going to be the one running the UAV, the counter UAV, and the turret.
You know, the truth is, team players are great, but I'm also a team player. I also shoot down streaks. But that's mostly because we don't have the skills to destroy the way that someone like Parasite or Attach would have, just slaughtering.
Oh, Forte versus Gurley, and Gurley comes out with the win again. But Forte already doubling his kills from game number 1. It seems to be a little bit more comfortable here with the CUDA.
Yeah, that's a good, solid all-around choice. Hard to go wrong. You can't go through a whole clip and not put somebody down though. So we're gonna see these players. We gotta get them tighten up, relax a little bit. It's fine. It's fine. Relax.
And nice shots coming in. That is Attached, just never going to give you an opportunity. A little wall run from Parasite. He's going to be closed off. 19 kills for Hike, 19 kills from the 2013 world champion Parasite. Parasite, I'm going to call you out, and I know you can hear me. You got to get up to 25 before Hike does.
Yeah, can you believe Parasite? Do you think Parasite's like going nice and soft? Has he gone soft on us?
Well, he used to have one of the best ARs in the game, and he's running a VMP. So I think he's just messing around with the classes right now.
Maybe he's relaxed.
He's feeling pretty comfortable.
Did you have to tell the players to not completely destroy everyone?
No, I told them be as ruthless as you can, and then we're going to have a race in the back. Todd Gurley, Matt Forte versus all of these guys.
See how many one-arm push-ups Parasite can do versus Todd? Let's do it.
Accuracy will accept that challenge.
Yeah.
He said he can do 1.5. Looking at the stats, you have Hike still leading the way here for Team Gurley, and we talked about kind of the kills these guys are getting. Honestly, the kills don't matter in hardpoint. It's all about controlling that point, and they have done a great job of it so far. 123 to 86, the Black Ops squad in total control here for Team Gurley. Or Team Forte.
And they'll probably they can probably hold this down too. But right now, I'm thinking we're going to see. All right, $5 says it's good. Yes, there we go. Nice.
Pay him.
I like that car. I like it. Way back in the day.
Oh,
it's such a brutal massacre.
Now accuracy has gone back to the M8 here. He put away the SMG. He's going to try and hang with Attach. Attach already at 43 kills, guys. He has the most kills in the game by far, almost double positive here.
And he still can't carry the team right now. That's what Chris says. When you watch this game be played competitively, you'll see some real significant kill trading. And then you watch sort of the next level down, and it's not quite as kill intensive. It is about objective. And I'm always fascinated by the difference between the way different players play the game. There's no right or wrong way as long as you win.
Oh my goodness, accuracy going to town. You see the turret picking up kills as well. This is perfect positioning to protect this hardpoint. I love the setup.
Yeah, this is what I mean by power positions, of course. But power positions are also predictable and learnable, so it's always a trade-off. I think a couple of designers on the team, are particularly really good at this kind of thing. I know Adam Hoggett is like a big fan of power positioning, placement, and the maps. Phil Tasker is our lead level designer, always looking out for how to put two things opposite each other and make them equal, but also unique and special in their own way. And it's a challenge, right? We've made a lot of maps over the years with this core crew, so hopefully fans will understand when they kind of get in here and can see what happens, how we go about it, what we're thinking about, and what areas we're willing to experiment with.
Are there ever heated debates amongst the designers?
This is all the time, actually. In fact, this particular center line, Phil had to come in pretty hard about how to make sure it wasn't about pixel hunting someone's head or feet, right? And looking very aggressively at how to ramp in a way that made sense, stepped up in a logical way. I mean, all this stuff is quite deliberate, these choices. They're very heated, right? Because in the end, all you can really do when you're developing, Chris, is you have yourself and you have the crew, and the DLC season is very tight, so the schedules are very tight, and it takes a lot of work to get through the maps. And all we do is play test internally and then debate and duke it out. And then we're developers, right? You come in and you put in some other people, pro players or maybe YouTubers or fans that he's done for. Then you end up with the problem of trying to understand. There's a lot of ways to measure something. A lot of ways to measure how something is fun, right? It's one man's fun is another man's torment.
Absolutely. I see this game is coming to an end, 185 to 130. This is all Team Forte, and honestly, I think you got to give Forte himself a lot of credit.
How'd he do?
Steps up to 10 kills compared to Gurley's 4.
Yeah, he's doubled
he
up.
also had a whole lot of hill time. You see 30 seconds from both players.
This is not good for my LA Rams now. I'm gonna have to. Can I get up and talk to Todd? I mean,
You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hey, Todd. I'm counting on you.
Now, Forte said they would be bouncing back here, and they definitely have done so. Attached, though,
Still stalled.
the man of the hour.
There we go. Oh,
Second most hill time in the game,
Yeah.
56 kills, doing everything. Drifter and the boys just trying to keep the squad in. Remember, you're still scoring as long as you keep the opposition out. There is a turret in the way.
There you go.
And Striker is going to be pushing out. That's TG getting 2 huge kills. Is the comeback really happening here, Vaughn?
I know this would be pretty amazing if it did. I mean, I gotta appreciate the competitive spirit.
Oh, heartbreak coming through. Team Forte, all smiles. What a job from both squads. We got to take it over and talk with our winner. First thing I just heard, Matt, was, "Oh, I spoke too soon," from Todd over here. How you feeling?
Hey, like he said, nothing to be said. Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. Now, you said that first map, that wasn't really your play style. It was a lot of long-range gunfights. I saw you switching over to the Cuda here, one of the SMGs. What do you think of Rift?
I like that one. I like that one because you can shoot through windows and stuff. You can kind of, when somebody's trying to, go through the middle, you can go on the outside and flank them. I think I flanked Todd a few times on there, so.
I want to give both of you guys some credit. You both had quite a bit of hard point time in there. You were getting the job done, making sure that the team kept scoring. Were you nervous at the end? Because Team Gurley, they manned up, and they kept you guys out of that hill, almost mounted the comeback.
I was definitely nervous because we were winning, and I thought it was just, a few seconds and the game's over, and they kept coming back. They were, I think, down like 30, and they almost won, so, that was tough.
It's 1-1. Game 3.
Let's go.
How confident, 1 to 10 scale, how confident are you that you guys are going to take knockout, kill confirm?
Oh, kill confirm? Let's see. I'm at an 8.
About an 8. Todd, I got to get your thoughts over here. What just happened, dude?
It's tough, It's like the second quarter. It's halftime right now, so we about to.
Hold on. What was that?
Last time he had 6 kills. I had to, I doubled his kills that time, +1, so.
+1. Double the kills, +1. We're all tied up here. Team Gurley takes game 1, but Forte just answered back. It's time to get game 3 loaded up. Let's take a look at knockout. right, there's a look at the map fly through, but now it's time to get in it. We're going to be playing some Kill Confirmed here, and I've seen just a few of the maps. I haven't seen any of them played full games, but just walking around, I gotta say, I'm all about the cherry blossoms here on Knockout.
This is MP Knockout. We like to Kung Fu, MP Kung Fu. We
You're not
really
on
like
camera
the
right
Kung
now,
Fu.
but Vaughn is
oh,
like
you can't
karate
see my
chopping.
karate chop, man. I'm so upset.
We got
right
photos
now.
of it.
All right,
I'll
fine.
tweet one later.
So listen, this is a map really, really strong on the kind of the King of the Hill vibe, right? So. You got two main paths to cut through the middle. There's really some super big power positions on the trophy room. Once again, forcing wall running and double jumping over this pretty intense pit, or the chasm as we call it. But you can actually go down under it, low, and then out the other side. So hopefully we'll see that as we're playing today. So imagine some kind of crazy, very, let's just say in a position of power and maybe lots of wealth, you know, building kind of his dream fighting dojo type place, and that was sort of the inspiration here. Very kung fu.
Oh,
movie.
there's some like Mortal Kombat style pits over here. We got spikes all over the place.
I want you to take a really good look at some of the art that you see as these players go in. So like the inside trophy rooms and whatever. And I think people will really kind of, there's a lot of kind of sort of very Easter eggy type stuff going on in here.
We got dragons on the wall here.
I think we should definitely play Kill Confirmed competitively. I'm changing the Season 2 rules right now.
All right.
We're sending the memo right now. No?
CWL team, we're playing Kill Confirmed.
Kill Confirmed.
Vaughn just confirmed it. Giant golden dragon in the center.
Yeah.
Lots of room to like navigate and hide in. Take a look on your left wall there, Attach.
I can't wait to take a look at you know, how DLC maps factor into Season 2, the second half of Season 2. Working with some of your counterparts over in New York right now, Chris, trying to work through what that might look like. How do we incorporate DLC into the CWL season in the best way possible? That makes sense for all the players and the fans.
Keeping it fresh, man.
Man, we'll have two packs to draw on, right, between this one and the former one and this one, Eclipse. There's that chasm I'm talking about. And then we'll, you know, we'll see. We have time, you know, like I don't want to force it down anyone, but I also think that some freshness is good for the league and good for the season, and we'll figure out what makes the most sense, and hopefully we can see some of these maps.
I don't make any decisions when it comes to leagues and how the league operations are run, but I do have to say, as a caster, I love adding in new DLC, adding in new maps. As long as they're balanced and fun to play for the players, I'm all about adding it in. And honestly, this is one of the cooler maps we've seen so far. You see the cherry blossom petals just floating all over the place, different buildings. You got a lot of gold in this spot, but it also seems pretty easy to tell which part of the map you're at. No way you're really just going to get lost.
No, it's pretty difficult to get confused here. It's the layout, although it's got some stepped elevation in a way. You're not. It's never sort of a competitive advantage, and say how it can be when you really think about it.
Is this a disco?
Look, Chris, if you
I did not see a disco coming. I'm not going to lie.
If you have unlimited resources, wouldn't you have a disco?
Absolutely.
I think you would. I think you would definitely have one.
And now you got Drifter kind of leading the way for Gurley, showing him, let's set up back here. I'm going to bait you. And as Gurley falls, we'll see, can Drifter answer back? No, he also falls.
What was he equipped
This strategy was a little bit questionable coming in from Team Gurley. 3 straight deaths. Let's see if Attach can answer back.
You know, Attach is going to be just fine like he always is.
And he's got a double lined up. He doesn't know it, but we see it here in our X-ray. Now he's got it spot. And just look how quickly this boy snaps onto these kills.
Snap and kill, yeah. And it's disgusting how good they are. You know, Chris, back in my day, when I was Attach's age.
You're not supposed to make out on the walls, guys. All right, over to Hike.
That's the jousting I'm talking about. You gotta keep the gun up, man. We've been talking about this. Gun up, shoot the guy.
The problem was they were both teammates.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm bored though with Hike, and Hike is doing work here.
I'm used to that
SSG.
team kill, watching too much CWL.
Accuracy also gonna be looking for kills here with Parasite. They seem to be the 2 rock stars so far here from Team Forte. You look at the scoreboard though, just 29 to 25. Not only do you have to get the kill, you have to also pick up those tags to officially score here. And it looks like Forte is not going to be able to get much going on here. Let's take it back to Team Gurley here. Todd switched up his gun. He's got the KN-44 out with the silencer on it.
Was it Todd who was talking about halftime adjustments? I'm not seeing them quite yet here. We've got to see. My beloved LA Rams need to step up.
TG on your screen at the moment. And he is going to be finding two. When does he decide to shoot? After the second one's out of the picture. Can he get to the tags, though? And that is a big one. 2 tags, they start pulling away. And it's actually still going to be in favor of Parasite. You look up, and he's already at 21 and 8. The Black Ops crew, led by Forte, still doing work, and I don't think this was on purpose wall run, or is it? I like this sneaky route.
There's a lot of sneaky routes. I think we like to talk about it as sort of, we found out,
Guardian.
Man, Guardian. I think we found out kind of on accident how much fun it was for players to wall run on the trees, for example, and redwoods, and that sort of set a precedence for us in ways that, I mean, sort of dare I say, kind of like a little bit development, like, oh, okay, there's something that maybe you weren't really specifically including in the context of what you were designing, and then turns out to be factor into your life in a big way later.
Drifter always worried about taking down those score streaks, puts his focus on the Guardian, tried to use 2 rockets on it, and instead is just going to get punished.
He should be punished.
And I'm looking through to see who's getting the scores here for this squad.
Well, we got
looks like TG is picking up all the tags. Same thing going close for attach. And Drifter's going low. Let's see if he can get high.
That's exactly the route I'm talking about, where you don't have to go up high. It's pretty exposed on the long range on either side with the elevation change, but going underneath it and around is a lot of fun for players. It keeps you on your toes with having to look up and down on the verticality, but it's also controlled, right? It's not completely chaos. The lane is still the lane, even if you have to go up and down when you're scoping for kills.
8-point difference here between our 2 squads. Hike going to be cleaned up, but we'll stay on board with them through the respawn.
Let's see how Hike's doing.
Attach was able to grab those tags, makes it a 6-point game.
Do you think when these guys play that he's just thinking about, like, what's going to make the best clip for my YouTube channel? I've always wondered this.
I think...
Do they play to win, or do they play for clips? That's what I really want to
know.
know.
Both TG and Hike, they play and they do live streams, so they're not always going for the clips. They're just looking for the entertainment.
Yeah.
Is it because they can't get clips? Maybe. I wouldn't know.
I couldn't get clips either.
Kara doing work here. He's switched out from the M8, which you saw earlier, going back to that VMP, a little more run and gun, quick draw stock and grip on it.
You can make the jump. There
and
you go.
He got a little nervous there.
Yeah, I don't blame him, actually. I will never, ever, ever beg somebody for not clipping since I can't. Oh, my goodness.
Oh!
Yeah, I like it.
Nice second round of 2-piece here. And
I want to see these streaks come out. I got some Heat Waves, we got Guardians, we got UAVs, we got RCXDs. I'd like to see Parasite being less selfish and put these things down.
Now, can you set up the Guardian to block the wall run?
Well, of course you could.
Because that must be the most frustrating way to die here on this new map.
Just bring the EMPs out. I mean, these things are not indestructible forces. I think anytime you fall, it's a pretty mean experience.
Parasite almost doubling up. Let's take it over to accuracy. Parasite topping the squad for Forte at 29 kills. You got accuracy right behind him at 24. On the other side, though, doing it with the RK5. Attach has put away his assault rifle and was doing work with the sidearm. Now setting up. He's going to be looking for the long-range kills, but his teammates got to be picking up the tags for him.
I love the M8. I think we did some work on the M8 pretty recently just to kind of keep it in line with where we want it to be.
We buffed it, right? We made it a whole lot stronger.
Do you think that's what it needed?
No.
No? It doesn't. It didn't.
But as an M8 player, I totally wouldn't mind if you did.
No, I think the M8's actually pretty much where it's supposed to be all the time, and it's stayed there. So. But, on the assault rifles, it was the HVK-30, the ICR, the Shiva, and the MX Garand were the 3 that got touched.
And what do we do with those? Talk to me about the ICR first.
Yeah, the ICR. So recoil stability was the main thing, sort of increasing what we call stability increasing, sort of making it more stable. It's a polite way of saying it doesn't kick view and gun kick quite as much.
It makes it easier to shoot.
I think so. And then same thing, too. I mean, if you looked at the notes, you're going to see a lot of words, but the truth is when the guys tune weapons, they're doing it in very, very tiny, small doses. Like, you don't want to overshoot your design targets. It takes surprisingly little to actually change the actual data of a gun. If you're a player, some of those perceptions, unless you're like really big into that gun, you might even actually have a hard time understanding those things. So I think this is really important for me to talk to the fans about. It's like, these are well-considered decisions with very small edits. that have a very small impact, only to keep the guns in range. And we're not talking the fact that they were well out of range in the first place. And so it's, you know, it's something that I feel really passionately about, continuing to make the investment to being sure the game is performing against what we call the design target, which is the intended tuning, the intended KD ratio, the intended score per minute. And if it's not, don't be embarrassed about it. The game changes over time. Fix it, change it, make it better.
Forte, you got 11 seconds to get another kill. I know as a running back, you can rush your way there. He's going to find it and not going to be able to chase down his opponent in time. Too fast is going to be Drifter. But 82, 64, that's 2 in a row now for Team Forte, Vaughn.
Team Forte. It's not doing so good for my beloved LA Rams.
Not working for the Rams, but the new Jet making some moves. Let's talk to him once again. What'd you think of this map here? Before we talk about the performance, what do you think of this beautiful pink map?
A lot of cherry blossoms, you know, to go along with the blood spilled out there, so.
Mixes in.
Yeah.
Now, when you were going into this one, you didn't really get a chance to play knockout. So how long did it take you to learn you had to jump over those spikes?
The first 2 times. Only twice.
We saw a whole lot of wall running here. Tell me a little bit about your team, though. Who were you impressed with from your squad?
All of them. I mean, they held it down for me because I was obviously, they got to pick up for my slack because I had a few times I had guys lined up in the sights and my aim was a little bit off, so I got turned around and killed. And so, you know, they held it down for me.
The opposition was pretty quick there, but they seem to be more focused about taking down your guys' score streaks than taking you down. I saw you coming up behind Drifter a few times, catching him with a rocket launcher out. What do you think of Kill Confirmed in general? You like so far playing the team deathmatch in game 1, the hard point which you played last game over on Rift, or this one here?
Even though I got the most kills in hardpoint, I actually like Kill Confirmed a little better.
And why is that?
Due to, you know, you have to, you know, get the dog tags as well as the board too, as well. I like the blood and the cherry blossoms.
They can't just kill you and hide. They got to come and collect those tags. Todd, I know it wasn't the best game, but the team was looking pretty decent at the start here. Who needs to step up to help out Attach?
I need to step up. The captain needs to step up. So, you're only as strong as your weakest link, and you know I'm not doing pretty well right now. So I need to step up my game.
Before we get this next one started, let me see what class you're running here. Close your eyes, Forte. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right. You know what? I'm going to send Attach over here as we're loading up the map. He's going to give you some advice here. We're going to switch it up. You got one more map. Right now it's 2-1. You can't go down 3-1. How many kills are you going to be dropping here in game 4?
10. Got to be 10 plus.
Double digits. That's the goal, guys. I'm setting Attach over here. We're going to switch up the classes, but let's take a look at our 4th and final map here in Eclipse DLC 2. Fourth map, this is Verge. We're going to be playing Domination, so 3 objective points to lock in here. Vaughn, tell me about this 4th and final map here. What's the background? What are we looking at?
Do my thing, we say. I got a lot to talk about with this map, Chris. I've been actually waiting for this one for a while. So if you've been around us for a while, you know Bonsai, right? This is the World at War map. And this one, but this is Verge. So I think it's really important for people to understand that Verge is spiritual, right? You're not going to see a 1-for-1. There's a lot that's changed in the game engine, from World at War leading up to Black Ops 3. So I think people are going to be familiar with the theming of this map in spirit, but it looks completely different, plays similarly but different. And when we go through this map, I want to point out a lot of different changes. There's a lot to talk about with this thing. First up, take a look at the neon. We just walked past the weapon sign. I want people to be the first out there to send me a screenshot of the secret neon sign. Everyone's going to love it, I think. It's something that we made for the fans. I'm going to give you the hand gesture since I'm not on camera.
Oh.
So it'll be a little fun. Pay homage to our friends right there. Show some respect for our past.
There's a guy in LA who used to say things.
Yeah. So look, here's what I mean by the objectives, right? So look at this dom placement here. This is not where you'd put a dom placement if you went by the playbook, right? So
of course not.
Very tight, very difficult, very hard to get into. Jump up to it, protect it on 3 sides, on the low and the high. And this is where I think with the DLC season, you get a lot of opportunity to try some things that you haven't tried before. And that's one of those things, is to go out and, let's see how you can fly. Dart time.
Yeah, now we got a bird's eye view here.
Yeah, there you go. You can actually see.
Just one big bridge?
Yeah, you can see this big bridge. He's flying down with the intersection path in the water. Now, Bonsai had water, but you couldn't swim in World at War. So here, it's actually a path that we made that's actually usable. Can you show the map real quick, Chris?
Yeah.
I want to point something out to the people at home. That's the Bonsai layout, but on the west side of the map, it's been extended a bit so that the spawns balance out against the right side of the map. And when you get into a map like Bonsai, it was actually very unusually shaped for a Call of Duty map. It's what we call a cone shape. So we had to create more space on the west side, and we actually had to delete spawns out of sort of the northeast section so that spawning on either side felt fair and equal. You didn't have to go around that big object. And Bonsai actually had a lot of interior paths that you could cut through, and this is grossly simplified, right? The lanes are very clear, very easy to understand. There's not as much intersection. There's not as much interior to go through. So therefore, it ends up not being quite as mazy, if you will, for lack of a better word, and a lot more controlled in the fights, right? So we learned this over time. Players want to be able to know where their engagement's going to take place.
I have to give big props to TypicalGamer and Drifter, the YouTubers doing work. TG sitting at 14-3 so far. He's definitely got the hot hand, and he's doing it all with the score streaks. That would explain it. The service is out.
Yeah, the service is out, and what? That's it? That's the end of that?
Yeah, it was out for a while when we were on the map. I noticed it for the first time.
No, it's my fault. Sorry, I wanted to show people the layout.
It's more important than the few kills.
but it's 73-16. This is what we see when we play. Yeah.
This is when Vaughn and I play.
Yeah.
We of course are on the 16 side.
I'm at least 3-40 in every good dom, maybe 5-70. You know, I'm ready to go pro any minute.
We just like to feed the ego, so that they keep coming back to play more. All right. So talk to me about this tunnel. It seems you got a lot of entrances and exits here.
Yeah. So if when you take a look at sort of some of the things that are different about this map coming from Bonsai, the bridge height is significantly lower than it was in Bonsai. A lot of that is about being able to jump up into it. It was important for us to use the bridge as a wall run. We spent a lot of time sort of making sure that, whether you could wall run on the inside or the outside. In the end, it was the outside was the answer. So you get really awesome jousting along that wall. I talked about the neon signs that are important and the cone shape. I think, I think it's fun for us to try something a little bit crazier with objective locations. And that bomb site, man, this is just like, I had to hold my breath a little bit, but the team was really into it.
I'm excited to play this myself, see how it all is going to be playing out. For Dom, though, it seems pretty fun. I mean, the key point, I think, has to be the center, right?
Yeah, the bridge is definitely the key point. It was in Bonsai, and walking down that line, either above or below the bridge or coming in from the side, something that's sort of classically motivated by Bonsai, but different, too, because of the thrust jumping and wall running and unlimited sprint. A lot of people have talked about, I'd like to see this map. I really love this map, and I get that. It makes a lot of sense to me. For sure, but with this game, you can't just use the map. You have to go to work. What do you think about this environment? Right, it's pretty nuts.
It's pretty awesome.
A little post-apocalyptic vibe.
It's definitely a little bit later in the world's lifetime than World at War.
Yeah,
Bonsai.
Yeah, you're gonna see some fun stuff here. That's the end of round
Now,
1.
I was gonna say we're gonna switch sides, of course. That was 100 points to 55. So Team Forte, they have their work cut out for them. Otherwise, we're going to see a 2-2 tie here between Team Gurley and Forte.
That would not be the worst thing that could happen to us.
No.
It's almost like we scripted it.
Ooh.
No, we didn't. Actually, it's all legit. I think everybody's actually playing to win. It's pretty fun.
And no, honestly, that's the craziest part. I can't believe how even these teams are. And you see kind of the different strengths being shown as we switch out through the different game modes. Now, Todd Gurley mentioned that his goal is to get 10 kills.
I was going to ask you.
4 right now.
I was going to ask you to go over to him if you don't mind. Let's take a look at whether he's going to ever hit his 10 goal or not. He's got a CUDA. Oh man.
He's got the CUDA. Now, Attach did switch up his class a little bit, though.
Let's just stay with this. I want Todd to chill. He's walking he's going see, this is where he's going to backtrack. He's going to backtrack up on C. Now, it's going to be pretty hard for him to get to his goal, but being on defense when you're an objective player or need the experience, not a bad way to play. Well, that's straight camping now. That's it, Todd. What are you doing?
Come on,
get in there. Get in there, Todd. Get in there. You're not going to get kills walking around the back side of the map looking for bad guys. Go over to A and shoot somebody, Todd.
There we go.
Here we go. Post up. Go to Todd.
Look at the reaction time there. Pretty solid shots coming in from Gurley.
All right, I got hope here. We got.
And that's a sentry. Unfortunately, if the sentry wasn't there, he had another kill lined up for sure.
I want you to take a look at some of these interiors if given the chance. Like, because we closed up a lot of the interiors. Okay, spiking a frag grenade. I'm not sure that's.
It's how you make sure it blows you up.
Is that?
Yeah.
Just in case you just go ahead and jump on it.
He thought that one was from Forte. Wanted to even things up.
I was confused by that.
Semtex going up top from Parasite, and he is going to be fighting for the B point. Not going to happen.
So crazy up there.
Hike right behind him.
Yeah, so it's got this crazy post-apocalyptic, like people moved in here, took over. There's the weapon shop with the neon there. There's another one right there. Let's see if we get inside that thing. Nope, we're gonna pass it up. But
I was gonna say, I keep trying to show the inside.
Yeah,
these guys are. Well, they got their lanes in mind.
Yeah, well, of course, as they should, which is the right way to do it.
And nice shots coming in from Accuracy. Unable to finish off the second one, but that is going to be his 24th kill. On the other end, major props to TypicalGamer once again. He has definitely been a massive factor in bringing back Team Gurley. Started off 14-0, I believe, 15 streak at one point. Now sitting at 29-11, has most kills in the game.
Hector's mad at me, I think, because I won't let him actually make the graffiti that we use in the maps, even though he loves graffiti. Hex, I love you, buddy. One day you can make the graffiti. I promise.
You won't let him remake it, huh?
I don't know.
You own that. That's not his.
That's the thing about that guy. He wants to still own everything he does. That's not how it works in the real world, buddy.
Much love, Hex. On board with Attach. RK5 out once again, but he is going to be hived.
It's an unfortunate way to go. The hive. Situational awareness, visibility, checking down, patience. I think having something that punishes someone who's not willing to take it down a notch, I think that's okay. I think it's okay. I know it's not big popular on the competitive side of things, but I think for the game, the game's so fast, Chris. I think it's fine to have a couple things that pull down the speed.
I mean, if you're playing 6v6 and there's a bunch of hives on the map, you're going to be locking in some kills for sure. Not as important in a 4v4, I think, but definitely something I like to play with myself.
Yeah, it's a great point. So, how's our boy Todd doing? We got 6 kills now?
Yeah.
That's all right. He's got a way to go.
We'll stay on board with him.
Yeah, but man,
I know you like this man. How excited are you to watch him play live?
I got to tell you, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. People know me as a Bengals fan, but I think it's okay to have an NFC team if your hometown's AFC, right? Like, it's allowed. And the LA has not had a team, so all of us in LA are quite excited about that. And they're going to build that stadium. It's going to be probably up there with the best stadiums, like the one in San Francisco and the one in Dallas. It's going to be really impressive, no doubt. And I think it's going to be fun. I think it's fun as a sports fan to have a football team in LA. That's a big deal. I never had the opportunity to live here while they had one, right? I moved here in '96. which was after Oakland that had left already by then. So I never got to see LA with the team, so it's going to be exciting.
96, that's when I was in 8th grade.
All
right.
Hey! Hey!
Moving over to Parasite.
What are you saying?
Just went
I
off.
don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
I don't know what I was trying to say either.
Yeah.
Parasite, 37 and 24. Vaughn is officially the youngest developer I know. And Parasite is going for the 40 bomb, trying to race attach there, 38 versus the 37.
Here we go.
Of course, Parasite, the hope here for Team Forte. Otherwise, we're going to see a 2-2 tie,
2-2 tie
after our 4 maps.
Well, you know, if we have a 2-2 tie, then we get to have a fun tiebreaker, right? That's the rules.
I think that's how it's supposed to play
That's
out.
supposed to play out. Good.
Accuracy and Parasite working together here.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be interesting how you do a tiebreaker in a free-for-all game mode. But, you know, who cares? It's just TV. It's just for fun.
No, I love that you invited us all out here and we get
Thanks,
a chance
man.
to see the new DLC.
Thank you.
The maps all seem to play very differently. You look at the line of sights from this, totally different from what we saw on Rift.
Yep. Visual variety was a big deal, big theme for this pack. This has got a lot of dense stuff, a lot of color variation. Well, you know, a lot of crazy stuff that's going to kind of mess with you a little bit, like an environment that would be like this. And, you know, hey, we make maps for fun, play them for fun, have fun. Welcome to Black Ops 3 Eclipse DLC 2. That's the 4 maps.
Big props to Vaughn and the rest of the Treyarch team for getting these new maps out. We got to talk, though, with our winner, tying it up at 2-2. Todd, how you feeling, man? You even things up.
I'm feeling good, man. You know, I'm just happy we got the win.
Let me ask you right as you eat a piece of granola bar there. My bad. I'll let you enjoy that for a minute. Let's look at some of the stats here. Attach, #1 on the scoreboard. Once again, he's been doing it all day long. But what do you have to say about TG, man? You put up some serious kills. You dropped 6, but TG, he opened up things 14-1.
Yeah, man. I mean, looking at the stats right here, those guys did their thing. You know, they did their job. You know, I didn't get 10 like I promised, but hey, at the end of the day, it's all about the win, and it's as a team. So, you know, they backed me up and they did their thing.
Now, were you looking at the stats there? Were you making sure that you were ahead of Forte the whole time?
I wasn't really looking. You know, I don't worry about the next man. I was just worried about myself and making sure I got the 10 kills.
Well, you tied it up. It's 2-2. Now, Matt, I got to get your opinion here. Out of the 4, which one did you like the best? Did you like the first map we played? Did you like Rift, where we saw the hard point? Did you like the kill confirm map? Which one was your favorite?
I still like the kill confirm one. I got destroyed on that level. I ain't gonna lie.
Verge seemed a little bit tough.
He only beat me by 1. I did kill Attach though, which is I got a kill on him, which made me kind of happy that I got him. So.
Hey, he's a 2015 world champion, and you just made him look like a clown. So Knockout was your favorite map. Let's go over here. A good-looking clown, of course. Todd, what was your favorite map?
The last map, that was my favorite. You know, I felt like I kind of found my way through it, could maneuver through it real quick, and hopefully we can go back to that map the next game.
Well, we don't have a referee here, so I'm going to play honorary referee. And because you have differing opinions, we are going to have a tiebreaker, guys. And it's either going to be on Knockout, which is Matt's pick, or it's going to be on Verge, which is Todd's pick. And, fellas, we're going to have to settle this like gentlemen. Get the fist out. It's time for some rock, paper, scissors. You ready? All right. I'm going to call it out. You ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. That's how we work here in America, Europeans. 1, 2, 3, shoot. We got scissors over here. We got a rock over here. He just did nothing? No, he just did nothing.
How about we do rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What just happened? 2-3. I feel like it's 1-1. I feel like it's 1-1. Yeah, the rules. You got to do one more. Yeah. The first ever rock, paper, scissors battle between 2 NFL players at a Black Ops 3 DLC match, guys. Who won that one? We're going to Knockout, and we're playing gun game. This is free for all. We're going to see who's the best in the room. Let's get it started. I'm going to head back over to Vaughn.
Yeah. It's so frustrating, because, like, I know. It's just so...
Hey, we're back. We're live.
We're live again.
We're doing it again.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so Knockout was the winner. and some gun game. It's a good map actually for gun game because it's small.
What do you get? Vaughn takes you out for a steak.
I will do no such thing. Yeah.
We have anything special for these guys?
I'm sure that our friends at Activision have arranged something nice for you. I have not. I have things to do involving getting ready for this to come out tomorrow. And there's no doubt a lot of information about the update. You guys all know I had donned my customer support hat on launch days. We all know this. So I got work to do. I got to go back to work.
You got to keep the people happy and informed.
Informed, yes. Happy.
There we go.
Happy.
That's their decision.
That's happy. All right, here we go. So gun game.
Who are we starting off with?
Knockout. Look, I think in the end this is going to be a battle, no doubt, between our pro players. Parasite, probably going hard right now. We're probably going to see Attach go hard right now. I can't. I mean, Attach is already up 3. So.
Now they did play one game of gun game before we started here, and accuracy won it all.
Yeah.
But he's starting off 0-3.
Man, he's playing inverted in all thumbs right now. This is a battle of pro players. There's no question in my mind. I feel like in the end. Look, okay. How about some side wagering here? All right.
Side wager.
Side wager.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I got $20 on Attach.
$20 on Attach?
I got $20 on Attach. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just handed a whole bunch of money.
Right.
I like this place.
Shower me with money.
I have $1,000.
All right, I got $20 on it. Attach, don't let me down, baby. I got $20.
You're going 20 on Attach.
I got 20 on Attach.
You're going with the 2015 World Champion. I'm going with the 2013. We're going old school with Parasite.
But it's solid choice, Parasite. I like that guy. He's okay.
He's a pretty decent human.
He seems to be just fine in the grand scheme of things.
Parasite getting picked off. It was Attach who picks up the kill. I am going to owe Vaughn some serious
You
cash.
stick with Attach, and we'll just watch my boy go all the way.
He's just switching weapons in between kills like it's no problem. Never stops, never misses a bullet.
I think it's fun to watch pro players play gun game, simply because they're so, there's just guns they use and there's guns they don't, and then force them to use guns they don't.
Yeah.
Really goes to show you the true skill of the player. I mean, they could really, truly probably be effective with any weapon that we could imagine, even an LMG, which they don't like to use.
Let's go, Forte.
Forte, you can do some stuff.
Yeah, he's already got 3 kills. Let's take it over to the Drifter, though, representing the YouTube world.
How is Drifter doing?
He's not able to theory craft his class here. That may be affecting him a little bit. Sitting at 8 kills, though, that ties him with TG. And this is Typical Gamer picking up his 9th, switches over to the HVK. Number 10 lined up. Starting to string them together now. 3 in a row.
What if we both lose? Look who's leading right now.
It's accuracy. I was talking smack when he was 0-3. Now leading the charge at 15.
Oh,
no! The snipe up close, but Parasite steals the kill on Forte. And
man.
Parasite's going to clean that one up as well. So that brings him right back 13-15, and that is his 14th kill, tied with Attach at the moment.
I also think Gun Game has a really good chance at being competitive. So we're just going to have to call up the CWL right now and just say,
I know a producer who's all behind that one.
All tiebreakers to be resolved by whoever.
If we go to game 5, it's Gun Game.
It's Gun
If
Game.
you get the most guys in your top 5, you win.
That's right. What do we got here? Oh, my boy Attach is now in the lead again, right? We got 20.
The fists are out, and that was that it.
Is that
Attached with the fist, and that is gonna do it.
So
Here
good.
it is, the knife and the punch. Not one, but 2.
Where's my $20? That's really
Gets it done.
Yeah. Yeah. I just made $20 off you, bro.
Yeah.
We can remain.
Oh, man, that was a great time. We got to get all of our players up front here to chat at the end. We got our champion. Let's give it up. Team Gurley getting the job done. Give me some, too. Give me some. I like it. I like it. Congrats, boys. Congrats. And Attach. We got to start with you, my friend. Before we get over to Todd, I got to ask you, how does your back feel right now?
I mean, it was a team effort. They were hyping me up the whole time. They were saying, oh, good kill, good shot. And then I had to tell Todd what to use. He started turning up, so that's how we won. It's a team effort.
Yeah, you switched up the CUDA for him. Seemed to be working out here. But really, where you guys turned the tide was at Game 4. And it was this man, TypicalGamer, starting off so hot. What was he doing?
Oh, I don't know what he was doing. He got a Cerberus, and he started dominating. It was over from that point on.
Now, when you came in today, you told me you were bringing out the mothership. Where was it?
I tried at the beginning. I almost got the Wraith, and then it went downhill from there. I mean, still kept a good score, but definitely not mothership time.
Drifter, we're going to keep it rolling this way here, my friend. Tell me about the new maps. Which one was your favorite?
Personally, I like Spire. I'm a big fan of wall running. I like high mobility, really fast stuff, so I love wall running on Spire and trying to get, trick shots. And I guess I don't snipe, but I'm trying to hit people with assault rifles and SMGs and stuff. Love it. Also like confusing people by bouncing around.
I saw you trying to shoot down UAVs. Are you going to continue doing that in your competitive games?
Well, I don't think there'll be a lot of UAVs, but no, Black Cell and killing streaks is important. That's why I ran the dart, because Parasite kept killing me and earning a bunch of stupid guardians and stuff. So I'd fly around with the dart and shoot down his guardians.
I like that plan. Guys, I'm going to get to you in a minute. Let's start down here. Parasite, the champ. I had my money on you. I now owe Vaughn $20. Buddy, tell me about the maps. Which one was your favorite?
I like Knockout a lot. I like the bright colors, and it's 3 lanes, so it's really fun.
And did you have any favorite game modes? I know we weren't playing the CWL game modes here. We were kind of mixing up a little kill confirm, a little TDM. Which one was your favorite?
Hardpoint on, what was it?
On Rift.
Rift, yeah, Hardpoint.
Rift Hardpoint, pretty good one there. Accuracy. We thought you were going to win it all. You choked in the gun game.
I got a hit marker with the sniper. You're not expecting that. Maybe that should get fixed. No hit markers.
Put you on tilt?
Yeah, made Dylan win the game, but it's okay.
Now, you're a pro player. You're pretty familiar with Attached. You know this guy, Parasite. What do you think of the YouTubers here? What do you think about your teammate, Hike?
They did good. They performed better than I expected, to be honest, especially in the game modes we don't really play. Like Domination, he went off, and I wasn't expecting that.
Hike, now, when we first talked, you're like, dude, I'm just going to try and get 1 score streak. I just want to be the support guy. You were laying down some kills, especially on Rift, man. Tell me about your favorite map. What was your experience like today?
First one, I think that was Rift. I loved it. It was just perfect. I love the lines. It just felt comfortable, stuff I'm used to, and I loved it. But the last map, that Domination, it's my game. I love Domination, and I was just terrible. I just couldn't do anything. But but everything else was just gorgeous. I loved everything. I couldn't beat TG in the last map, which kind of hurt a little bit. But from that point on, it was awesome. It was great playing with these guys too. It was just amazing.
And you guys got a chance to hang out quite a bit. What were you telling Matt before this whole thing started?
So I was telling him, since we have a pro player over there, he's probably not used to counter UAVs, so we're gonna run counter. I was trying to set him up for long range and medium range, since he likes to keep it kind of a medium range kind of a thing. So we set him up with a nice weapon, and then we also give him a nice sidearm, so he can just spray and pray, kind of a thing. And he was doing really well. So yeah, I'm against pros. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and Forte, talking to you, man, you started things off 3 straight kills. You kind of went in at the very beginning of that gun game. Did you like the team play? Did you like the free-for-all? What do you enjoy the most?
I like the free-for-all. That's the only time I got 3 straight kills, so I was excited about that one. So, after that, it kind of went, I struggled after that. But, I got 5 at least on there. My man got 1, so, I'm saying too much if I got 5.
Now, I have to ask this because it came to me on Twitter. Big Forte fans, a lot of guys from Chicago going to be watching you this season. Hopefully I'll be watching you live over in New York. But tell me, can you give out your PSN? Do you want to add some friends out there?
Oh, no, I can't give it.
Hell no. Had to ask. I had to ask. And now, Todd, the champion. Any final thoughts out there?
I just want to say congrats to the team. They did a great job. They definitely put me above the top, and they made me look good. Those guys are the real losers of the day, and we're the real winners. I'm gonna just leave it as that.
Ask him how many kills he had the last game.
Hey, how many kills did you have that last game?
It's not about the kill. It's about the win at the end of the day. Teamwork. Yeah, teamwork. See, I thought I was a big free-for-all type of guy, but it definitely didn't work out too well.
Well, you turned Vonderhaar into a super fan today. I know he's already buying the jersey. Looking forward to watching you live. But I'm looking forward for everyone to be playing Eclipse. It's coming out tomorrow, guys. Make sure you pick up the DLC and enjoy it. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm Chris Puckett for Vaughn and everyone here at Treyarch. Thank you for tuning in today. We'll see you online soon.
Good shake, guys. That was awesome.